Well, good morning and welcome to the show. Jeff Beals here at your service. You are listening to the only show in the metro area that talks about the growth and development of your favorite city. We want to thank our sponsors. Our title sponsors are Cheer Athletics, the nation's #1 all-star cheer gym, along with Dingman's Collision Center, the choice Best of Omaha Award winner for auto body work and some mechanical work as well. Without any further ado, I want to bring on my co-host, a man who is a legendary real estate deal maker here in Omaha, and he resides at NAI NP Dodge, Trenton Magid.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Jeff.
Well, good morning, Trenton, and happy Labor Day weekend. This is sadly the unofficial end of summer, but happily the unofficial beginning of autumn. And I love the autumn season.
Last few days have been pretty nice.
They've been really nice. And if you look at the forecast, it looks pretty good. And I'm an optimistic guy generally, and I've noticed over the last several years, the fall has become longer. It lingers all the way to Christmas in some years. And I'm hoping for that again. Nice, long fall in which we can enjoy the great time of year.
Amen.
From my lips to God's ears, you could say. Well, hey, Trenton, good news. We have a Grow Omaha Eats restaurant review this week. Every other week, Chris Corey writes a restaurant review for us. We call them Grow Omaha Eats, and they are sponsored by All Makes, the legendary office furniture and equipment retailer. All Makes is located at 25th and Farnham here in Omaha. They have locations in Lincoln, Des Moines, Iowa, several other cities here in Nebraska. And All Makes just does an outstanding job, and we appreciate them doing our Grow Omaha Eats restaurant reviews. Well, this week it is Herb Sant, the New Orleans-style Cajun soul food restaurant in Exarban Village. And whenever we talk about restaurants that are inspired by New Orleans, I think of my friend Trenton, because you went to college in New Orleans.
Absolutely. 4 years, graduated on time. Also had two brothers that did the same. That's probably why I got in, because they're older. And
put in a good word for you.
Absolutely. And that was a long time ago, Jeff. And I'll tell you what, whenever we can get a taste of Big Easy in Omaha. And there's been a few entrants, but I'll tell you, I'm a big fan of Acadian Grill, and Herb Saint measures up as well. And they have, I haven't tried it yet, but I think the review, having king cake bread pudding, sounds like something I got to try. I'll tell you that.
Well, I say it's been several decades since you graduated from Tulane in New Orleans, but they haven't entirely taken the New Orleans out of you. So I would say 4 years as a young guy makes you somewhat of an authority on that kind of food.
Hey, my. I'll tell you what, I spent a lot of time, we'll talk about it later, but I spent a lot of time in an Exarban Village last night, and the place was hopping. A lot of different activities, live music, restaurants, movie theater. It was. I love how it's the closest thing we have to a true mixed use and all-inclusive community. And of course, folks, he mentions that because Herb Sant is a big part of Exarban Village. It's right there on the corner on 67th Street, and you'll have to give it a try. If you want to read the review, just go to growomaha.com, click on reviews on the navigation bar. There's a drop-down menu. Click on Eats, E-A-T-S, for restaurants, and you'll be able to see that and all of the other reviews that Chris has written as well. I have a challenge for all of our humble listeners, and we appreciate your patronage. We love how information that is on Grow Omaha Media gets disseminated, whether it's from this show, the website, which gets new news briefs every day, or the newsletter. So my challenge to you is, if most of you have your phone in the room, if you go to our Facebook page for Grow Omaha, follow us. And we're only a few from getting 58,000 followers. And sign up your friends, request that they sign up, and we'd much appreciate it. We want to see during this show that we get 58,000 and growing. So thank you for that.
And you can also follow us on X and LinkedIn as well. Well, let's go into our news of the week, which is, as always, brought to you by Eagle Mortgage. You know, Eagle Mortgage has been sponsoring the news of the week for about 10 years here on Grow Omaha. We appreciate them doing that. Holly Schneidewin is the owner and proprietor and boss over there at Eagle Mortgage, and she does such a great job of helping her clients get their piece of the American dream. She's put together a great team of mortgage brokers and processors and support people. They can help you through what is a difficult and complicated process. A lot of people dread having to get financing for a house, and I get it. It's a big deal. It's a lot of money, but Holly and her team makes it so much easier. You can find them in person at 114th and Davenport, just south of Dodge, or online at eaglemortgagecompany.com. That's eaglemortgagecompany.com. Well, we want to start off in far west Omaha, and that is where Millard Public Schools Foundation is building a new activity center that would be available to all Millard Public Schools students. They announced this week a naming rights partnership with Iowa-based Green State Credit Union. So it will be called the Green State Millard Activity Center. This 85,000 square foot privately funded facility is under construction now, right about 210th, 211th, and Q Street. It's by Millard's Horizon High School, and opening is scheduled for late this fall. So, Trenton, you know it's a big facility if they can get naming rights.
Absolutely, and that's so popular. You'll see a lot of high schools. You'll see a lot of different organizations get sponsorship, whether it's a banner along the sports field or whatever. And it takes a lot of people to put kids through youth sports and student activities and all of the above. What I love about this is it's just a few blocks away from a few listings that I have with Spencer Morse in our office. You have it here, folks, that in the next week or two, the new Bakers, 125,000 square foot Bakers, is going to break ground at the Kensington Park development, northwest corner of 204th and Q. We have 2 lots for sale or for lease or build a suit. Great lots, looking for coffee shops, looking for quick service restaurants, sit down restaurants, small strip center, whatever have you. And then this activity center will be just down the road, and this is that 204th Street corridor that are just going gangbusters. Mm-hmm. You're getting all kinds of services and plenty of new housing going up. You got Coventry right there, and I'm loving what's happening out there. And they built the infrastructure right first.
Yeah, it's crazy to watch that corridor. In fact, another news item we have is just a tiny bit north of where Baker's is going to start construction, and that is Cobalt Credit Union, 204th and F, just a little bit north of there. That is called the Iron Bluff development, and they just are moving forward, got a building permit to build a building there, and so that is just another example.
Yeah, Fairway Foods closed there. They've got a couple
closed on the land, so they're going to be building.
Yep, exactly. It's very good. And they have a couple schools there as well, and Omaha Public Library.
Yeah, there's going to be an Omaha Public Library southwest of 204th and F. So it's very exciting, and it is already and will become even more one of the primary corridors in the Omaha area. Well, if we go downtown, the tower crane being used to assemble the future Mutual of Omaha headquarters building has reached its maximum height now of about 780 feet. If you go down there this weekend, they have a huge American flag hanging from the tower crane, supposedly to celebrate Labor Day, I would assume. Also means they're apparently not doing any construction today. Doggone it.
Put it up yesterday.
Put it up yesterday.
Take it down tomorrow.
But the building, the core tower went up again this week. And so estimates are there's probably about only 30 feet or less of height to go before the building maxes out. Also, what's significant about that, it's far from done, but the Mutual of Omaha Tower is now the tallest building in Omaha. It is technically taller than the First National Tower, which has held that title since the early 2000s, an end of an era.
I think that's a pretty good trade for the W. Dale Clark Library site.
Yeah, we go from what was a low-slung prison. A lot of people would say libraries are prisons. I know. I love libraries.
Architecture is like new
but it looked like a prison.
What's the architecture called?
Brutalist.
Yeah, brutalist architecture.
And not all brutalist architecture is bad. The World Herald Northwestern Bell building right to the north of there is a brutalist. I love that building. I think that building looks cool. So not all brutalist architecture is bad, but the old Omaha Public Library looked like a prison. And we've replaced it with a skyscraper, so that's great. Hey, we've got a new tire retail chain from the western part of the United States coming into Omaha. It's called Les Schwab Tire Center. First Omaha area location is going to be in Papillion's Tower District. This is a development northwest of 84th and 370, so named because the iconic Papillion water tower with the monarch butterfly is right there. And this will be a 2-story building with 7 service bays. It's the chain is based in Bend, Oregon, and it has nearly 600 stores, but they're only in 15 states, mostly in the West. In fact, the only existing store in Nebraska is in North Platte.
You're going to see more. They want to do a bunch of stores. They've looked at a few of our sites, and it'll be interesting to see. They'll give Jensen Tire and some of the other ones a run for their money.
Discount tire this, tire that. Seems like there are a lot of them. QAT Global is relocating its downtown office from the Twin Towers of Central Park Plaza to the Capitol District. Got a building permit, and it indicates that QAT Global is remodeling space inside the 3-story office building at 1100 Capitol Avenue. This is the building that currently has Deloitte and Private Wealth Asset Management. QAT Global is a locally grown IT company with international offices in Costa Rica and Brazil, really going fast, and it's good to see them moving to the Capitol District. Of course, the reason they have to move out of the Twin Towers is that they are being converted into the Duo with over 700 apartment units and retail space as well. And then finally, Klaas, the German manufacturer of agricultural combines and tractor machinery that has its North American headquarters here in Omaha, held a groundbreaking yesterday at 132nd and Giles, right next to its 162,000 square foot manufacturing plant. This for a 45,000 square foot research and development facility. They make the Lexion combines. And this research and development facility will open next year. And it's nice to see, a German company putting engineers in Omaha, doing R&D here. Company leadership said, yeah, you want to do some of this here in North America because the types of fields we have in North America are different in Europe. For one thing, they're a hell of a lot bigger. And
also there's a lot, they do assemblage there. Don't they put those together in there?
Yeah, the plant right next door is exactly where they assemble those combines, and they're huge. They're some of the biggest combines.
Been in there. It's cool.
They're some of the biggest combines in the world. And that is your news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com. Going to take our first break of the hour, and when we come back, we're going to have one of our business spotlights. And this week, we're going to be looking at Flawless Finish. We have owner Ammar Ramadan with us. Flawless Finish, one of our sponsors on Grow Omaha, doing a lot of commercial cleaning projects, and you're going to enjoy hearing from Ammar. So stay with us. You're listening to Grow Omaha. We're brought to you by Dingman's Collision Center along with Cheer Athletics on News Radio 1110 KFAB.
Hello, Grow Omaha fans. This is
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
That was good.
That's how the sausage is made.
Now the sausage is made.
Have you
ever seen those videos of how hot dogs are made?
So I want to keep eating hot dogs.
This is Lee Corso's last show, and they have him wearing a tuxedo. That's kind of neat.
Yeah. Oh, what time is this game?
What's that?
The Ohio State Texas.
2:30, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that game's not until 2:30?
I thought it, yeah. I
Oh,
thought
okay. For
so.
some reason I had in my head that they were early.
Oh, let me check.
That's going to be a fun game
That's
to watch.
going to be a really fun game.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wrong. It is 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's-
So Sam Noddle's in Costa Rica for some reason.
Oh, you're okay.
Tippy's in Prague. She her daughter Sasha that was riding
Yeah,
down.
it was good. It's a good first step.
Yeah.
She had a week off. And she's like, hey, come on, come meet me in Prague. I'm like,
We'll see what we
Okay.
go.
I would love to go to Prague. Oh, speaking
need
Or
it,
just start
you know,
talking
to
or
be
do I
embarrassed
piss
in a
them
couple
off?
Yeah, he'll
That's
know
awesome.
all your
So
stuff.
on
when
that
they
show on
talk
the
to you,
20th,
just go ahead and answer. Just again,
you
you want
need
to
to
Okay.
right up
Yeah.
to
Might be
26
close to the mic,
Yeah.
and then if you need to look at him, just make sure you turn with him. Okay.
Okay.
keep your
Okay, you
lips
got it.
to the
Okay.
mic, but, yeah.
I just want to make sure you get someone.
And don't let your lips touch.
I don't know if we have a guest or not.
Yeah, I would imagine.
We'll check.
Trent says you'll get
And,
a lip fungus you can't get away
Oh.
from.
and I'm actually going to be in Alabama.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll
I'm
take
pretty
care
sure
of
that's
it
a
over
joke.
here.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
A couple
Probably.
days this week.
I hope so.
Yeah, don't worry about anything. I got you
I'll
over
be
here.
back
You'll be all right.
Thursday to
Thank
work
you.
on the newsletter. When I'm on
Bill's
that
kind of a
Europe
master
trip,
what he does over here, so.
I'm going to delay.
Yeah,
I get
but-
back Thursday night, the
And Muffs,
25th, so I'm going to delay the newsletter to Friday.
Confident. There's
Yeah,
a difference
we'll
between
see.
confidence and
I'll
I'll
arrogance.
put an
We'll
announcement
call
at
it
the
that.
top of the previous week's newsletter saying it will be.
And
I
I
did
thought
that.
it was.
I did that 2
I mean,
years
some
ago.
things I
when was
didn't
in
like.
Europe.
I didn't like.
I bumped it
This is gonna
because I
sound
got back
weird
on
coming
Thursday
from
night.
me. Superman.
All right,
Superman
Andy.
should never swear.
983, folks. Did you ever ask your friends?
3 years
I
ago.
mean, I know why, but
I've been asking, but no, it's new.
Yeah,
You get new friends.
I-
No, but
Superman
whenever I
should
get new
never-
people, I go through about once every month.
It's a nitpick, but
Because I got like
I don't
4,000
like
some
to change
one
the name to
night.
Jordan.
Have you seen
I
this
like
where you can
that.
say invite others?
Yeah, I did it 3 years ago.
Okay, what about if you do it? Do you think it automatically
To me,
does it?
first
You
of
can
all,
only
it feels
invite
like
them once.
copying Invincible.
Right, so but if
Yeah.
you do it now,
Second of all,
look what comes up.
That's not what
261.
Kryptonian people are. You don't. They're not confident.
You're making fun of me, but you don't know what this is.
No, I about every 2 months I go through and invite all my new connections.
That was all
But
manipulated.
but
by-
I went through
I hope so.
I went through
Let's hope they
2 or
make
3 years
comments
ago
to that.
invited all of
You
my
don't want
people,
like
but
that, by the
I can
way.
only invite them
Well,
once.
Right, but don't you have new people in
that's
there?
gotta
Yeah,
be
but
part of
that's
the
why I say
thread.
every couple months I go through and I
Well,
look for new
that's-
people.
that's
and
part of
invite
it.
them.
But we have a quest today.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna
I have a
talk about
feeling
it
they're
again.
gonna
Yeah.
do that to
I don't
introduce
I don't
Zod
accept
later
too
on.
many new
And
people on
I've
Facebook
had my
anymore on
full
my
Zod.
private
I don't
one
want to
because
Zod anymore.
most of the
There's
people
somebody
like
else in there.
they're like
30
I don't
seconds.
think they're real.
The other thing that I was
I
happy
think
with
they're all
is
bots.
they-
Yeah.
this isn't an emergency.
So now it's like if I don't, and almost everyone I know,
Bots for nefarious reasons.
almost everyone I know, I'm already
I did like how
connected
they-
with.
Yeah.
they-
Having
I
been on there
didn't
for
have
20
those
years.
I saw something that said 51% of all activity
I was
online is
happy with
bots,
that.
and it's going to go up to 75%
And
in
it's
like
botting
5
each
years.
other.
Yeah.
Bots are
I
talking
give it
about
three.
it.
That's it.
Yeah. Bots,
Three of
Hey,
them.
guys.
They're luring kids
Here we go.
to send
bots
pictures.
trying to impress
close to
bots.
giving it
And they're both
up.
winning.
I just couldn't quite get there.
Yeah.
They don't take breaks.
Donald Trump's executive order where he says it should be at least a 1-year prison sentence if you burn an American flag. We debated all of the layers on the Every Soccer podcast page on the free iHeartRadio.
And welcome back to the show. Jeff Beal sitting next to Trent and Maggot. We are brought to you by Dingman's Collision Center along with Cheer Athletics. If you're looking for a great activity for your kids to get involved in, look no further than Cheer Athletics. Craig and Tiffany Wolf run the Omaha location. It's one of about only 18 in the world. It is the Cadillac of the All-Star Cheer movement, if you will, and they do such a great job. Omaha location is in Papillion, just southwest of Highways 50 and 370. We have a business spotlight this week. We have with us today Ammar Ramadan. He is the owner of Flawless Finish, Omaha-based company that does a lot of commercial cleaning here in the area. Ammar, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.
Yeah, it's good to have you with us, and we are so excited to have you as a new sponsor of Grow Omaha. Your company is our new Wall Street column sponsor on the newsletter, written by the one and only George Morgan. So I guess I should also officially welcome you to the Grow Omaha family.
Thank you. Thank you. It's awesome to be part of the family.
Well, tell us a little bit about Flawless Finish, what you guys do, and the 30,000-foot overview.
So we are a janitorial business. I know, another janitorial business, but we really focus on customer service. And I know that sounds boring, but there are so many times where I want to make a connection with my clients. I want to go above and beyond for them. I want to make sure they're happy. I want to make sure, they can call me if anything happens. And so I really try to hone in on that. A lot of my current clients are restaurants, and I have a background. I'm a part-time bartender now, but I used to be a full-time bartender. And, I eat at these restaurants. The managers know me. I moved out into like office buildings and all that kind of stuff and apartment complexes. And I can sit down with those decision makers for hours. We can go get a drink. Like I know them, we do favors for each other. And so I really like, make sure I have a good relationship with my clients. And, try to always do a good job, make sure, there's no complaints, some things come up here and there, and that's okay.
So, as an office dweller and a person that's dealing with people that are running offices all the time, you hear about cleaning services, and and it's a tough business. You've got to find quality people to work for you. You got to make sure that you have a good reporting system. And what are the other major challenges, and what sets you apart?
So when it comes to reporting for me, and my staff are rock stars. I had a knee surgery a couple months ago, and there wasn't a single issue. I was on the bed for 2 months, never a single issue. They clocked in, clocked out, send me pictures, business as usual. But for issues, I think towing the line when it comes to sales, there's so many companies out there. There's so much competition. You want to be persistent but not annoying, and I have a problem with that. Like, I don't want to push people too hard. Like, I'll give them a call, I might stop in, but like, if they're like, oh, we'll think about it, we'll call you back, I don't like pushing forward, which is why I have a salesperson now, and he does a great job. But yes, those are big challenges, especially for me personally.
But you made it when you're getting referrals from current customers.
Yes.
Because that's really how most of those businesses, I'd imagine, grow. Are you starting to see a lot more of that?
Yes. Referrals are awesome, and I love when it happens. I just feel like a bigger company when that happens. It's not all outreach. It's not all, like, outbound sales. I got 2 restaurants from referrals, and I was like, oh, my God, this is awesome. I love this.
and when it comes to, like, friends and family and people that or referrals, you can't take it for granted, and because once you get a client, you can only lose that client or
that is
keep
true.
that client forever, and you're always proving yourself, and you got to remind yourself it's something that comes easy can leave just as easy.
Absolutely, and that's why I'm proud of having a 94% retention rate within my clients. If they sign up, they usually don't leave. It happened once, and the type of that cleaning was move in, move outs. And I just don't do it anymore because, I'm like, I'm just not good at it. And that's okay.
Talking with Ammar Ramadan. He is the owner of Flawless Finish for this week's Business Spotlight section. And Ammar, I'm just kind of curious, how'd you get into the business? You were telling us earlier you're the son of college professors. And so how does someone wake up one day and say, I'm going to go into the cleaning business?
That's a great question. It's a funny story, actually. I was a full-time bartender at Bonefish Grill, being shrimp
Fun
and everything.
place.
Yeah. And my boss, Chris, kept telling me, like, God, these cleaning companies, they're not great. I'm so tired of, like, switching. And they kind of, like, did this. They took something. They missed a spot. And I'm like, how much are you paying these guys? Just be honest with me. And me and Chris have a good relationship. I was like, how much are you paying these guys? And he told me, I'm like, okay, so if I pay someone $22 an hour, and then I pay for insurance, and I pay for this, and I pay for this, I'm like, okay, I still have some money left over. Like, this could be real. And I'm like, can I do this? Would you let me? He was like, all right, my contract ends in February. Go for it. And I'm like, okay, done. And they've been with me ever since. And then I just kept expanding. A lot of challenges along the way, but I feel like I positioned myself in the industry as a great in-between. There's all these, like, huge franchises, huge big companies that have multiple executives all making, hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is great. But they have so many costs that I don't have to pay. But at the other hand of that, or the other spectrum, there's a lot of small companies like mom and pop shops where they can charge low prices, but a lot of companies don't want the owners of the company doing the cleaning. And that's some of the law firms that I have told me. And so I feel like I position myself in the industry where I'm reliable, but also at a good cost.
So you found a niche is what you're saying.
Yeah, kind of like the in-between, like not extremes. You can get these franchises that cost a lot of money. I'm just below that.
How do people get a hold of Flawless Finish? Just the website or?
Website, flawlessfinishomaha.com. You can always email me, Ammar at flawlessfinishomaha.com. Or you can just text me or call me at my number, 402-599-3351.
Ammar, Trenton earlier was talking about, the challenges of the business. And one of the things we always hear with the tight labor market, how do you get good people? How do you get good people? What types of troubles or successes have you had with recruiting people in this tight labor market?
God, I could go through so many stories. At the beginning, I had no idea what I was doing. So I work out at Planet Fitness, and I would like talk to the people that work there. I'm like, hey, I have a job if you guys want to do it. And so I hired people that way, which is funny because like I knew about Indeed, and that's how I got my jobs. But I was like, there's no way I'm gonna find people off of Indeed. And then I just threw a post one day, and I got like maybe 100 hits in like an hour after sponsoring it. I was like, oh my God, this is real. And so after like going through a vetting process and like hiring the wrong people multiple times, I now have like a very, very, very solid staff. And like I said, I was out for 2 months. Never a problem.
You know what to ask for now.
Now I know what to ask for. I know what to look for. I know what to ask for. My staff right now are rock stars. They're awesome. But I went through all my challenges to get there.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ammar, as you well know, the name of the show is Grow Omaha, so we are Omaha homers. And I want to ask you, as a still relatively new entrepreneur, talk to us a little bit about the Omaha business community. Why is this such a great place for you to start your business and to grow this business?
I saw on U.S. News maybe a couple months ago that this is either the biggest or the second biggest like growing city. And there's so many new developments here. There's so many new, like for me, restaurants. Like there's 2 opening up in Village Point. Mm-hmm. In like the next 6 months. There's so many like nice bars that can afford cleaning. There's so many like big office buildings, insurance companies, like all these people, law firms, all these people need janitorial service. So for me, that's perfect. There's always expansions like you said earlier along 204th corridor in the Coventry.
Yep.
I have a client there. The apartment's there. They're one of my clients. And so it's just, there's so many developments everywhere. And so that really helps me. And that's why I use Grow Omaha, because I see what's opening up day by day.
We love that.
Day by day. I'm like, all right, they might need it. So I give them a call, and I got some clients that way. But I think Omaha's great. It's great right now for business.
Well, the name of the company is Flawless Finish. So if you're looking for a cleaning service for your restaurant, bar, office space, apartment buildings, and so many other commercial buildings, get in touch with Ammar Ramadan. Do a great job. And Ammar, we appreciate you being on the show today.
Thank you for having me, guys.
All right, that's Ammar Ramadan, Flawless Finish. We're going to take our middle of the show break for the news. And when we come back, we'll have our Noddle Company's commercial real estate development spotlight of the week. And we're also going to talk about Omaha being one of the places where you're seeing one of the most robust apartment construction markets. So stay with us. You're listening to Grow Omaha. We're brought to you by Dingman's Collision Center, along with Cheer Athletics on News Radio 1110 KFAB.
So you're more than welcome to stay.
Well done.
If you got somewhere to go, we understand.
Yeah.
I stick around.
Stick around.
I like being behind the scenes.
It's cheap entertainment.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A big part of why I love doing this is I like working with like companies that I know, like I said, like that I frequent. And so Mahogany Steakhouse is one of my clients, and I love to eat there.
Oh God.
And so when I first started being their vendor, I'm like, I get to see behind the scenes. Like this is great.
Clean.
I get to see what happens.
Now, don't divulge too much.
If somebody's not clean, you're like, yeah, don't eat there.
I'm getting a bunch of phone calls. What does this mean? Is this
People heard you.
Huh?
People heard you.
Oh God.
You're gonna get that for months again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was I not supposed to say my phone? Put my phone number out there?
No, you're fine.
No, you're good.
That's
You're
good.
good. Yeah. Yeah.
God,
God
14.
only knows what some of them are calling for.
So what's it like working
Love
with
your
Trenton?
voice.
Yeah. What's it like? What are you doing tonight, Ammar?
Did Trenton touch your knee?
Oh, it's a Google Voice. That's so strange.
Yeah. God only knows.
He's
But
got
yeah.
something
The
percolating.
bots are calling you?
I don't know.
We have a lot of
You
bots
said your
listening.
name, your number pretty fast. Is it your number that's also on the website?
That's actually my Google Voice number, so my business
Yeah.
number. The one I
yeah.
said, I don't have my Google Voice number memorized, so I said my actual number. It is what
I've
it
done it
is.
before too.
Doesn't matter.
Sorry, go ahead.
99% of them 99% of people interested are going to go online anyway
Yeah.
because they can't remember a number. Yeah.
It's funny. So my phone number used to belong to a real estate agent, I think, in California.
Oh,
Oh my
really?
god.
Oh my God, it's terrible. I've had this phone number for 3 years. I
Yeah.
still get calls from them. I'm like,
They do
hey,
it-
Danielle, do you still own this property? He's like, not Danielle. I had to.
She's a disposal of my shower.
Sorry, folks, can't take him anywhere.
I had a lady call me like, this is a sad story a little bit. I had a lady call me like crying, like, you're gonna turn off my electricity, you're gonna,
jeez.
I'm a mother, I'm a this. I'm like, I promise, this is not who you're looking for. I'm like, this is
Did
so
you ever get her new number?
I would take. I would
I'm just
turn
like,
him
no,
off.
you know.
You have no idea how to find her. Yeah.
No,
But isn't that amazing? People have it. They go just dig it up from an old
yeah.
directory or something like that.
So when I was a kid, there was a company in Omaha called Beals Real Estate. Same spelling, but no relation whatsoever. And so I was a kid in the 70s and 80s. So people would sometimes call. Apparently, they had a lot of apartments, and people would call us sometimes because it'd be in the middle of the night, and or after hours or whatever.
Yeah.
And you'd pick up the phone, and they would think we were Beals Realty, whatever. And someone would be saying something like, "Oh my God, my toilet's overflowing, and it's all over the floor," or whatever. And of course, we were smart-ass kids, and we'd be like, "Sucks to be you."
That's crazy.
So poor Beals Realty.
Oh, no.
Probably got
Better get
some
their number
Bad
right.
reviews.
They probably got, yeah, like
What you should do is turn on all your faucets.
let it flow a little bit.
The pressure will overrun.
you're on your own, buddy. Click. We had so
That's
much fun
terrible.
with them when they called my my God, I'm sure we probably just dealt fits to poor Beals Realty because someone would finally get a hold of them when they're open for office hours on Monday and probably just.
Did you ever figure out who they were later? The Wheels, like, did you ever meet them?
I don't think so, but they had an office on Dodge for a long time. And I think they may still have been around in some form when I first got started in real estate. They may still have been around a little bit. I don't think they are anymore.
But
I think they owned.
Nebraska's coach was at this event. Jane Otto got up and spoke.
Which coach?
The head, Matt Rule.
Oh, I meant like what sport? So
No, so it was the send off.
Oh, okay.
So it was at 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
It ran about an hour. They drummed it all up, and a lot of the football players were there.
Well, yeah, because he was kind of like their motivator before one of the games last year.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah,
he led him out of the
I
tunnel.
played some of that, I think.
Yeah. Did you go to high school in Omaha?
I did not.
Oh, okay. Where'd you go to high school?
I finished high school in Dubai.
Oh, okay.
Funnily enough.
And then you lived in California before coming here?
I lived
You said you had a California.
England.
Oh, okay.
So what languages do you speak?
Arabic and English.
So you came straight from England to Omaha?
England to I lived everywhere. England to Jordan, Jordan to Dubai, Dubai to Jordan, then Jordan to here.
My God, that's a lot of moving
I
around.
know, it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I moved here like during COVID, so it was,
yeah.
You knew how to make friends fast.
I mean, I try not to be awkward.
Well, when you move that much, you kind of have to.
Exactly.
So why did you guys come to Omaha for one day?
Crane gave me a big scholarship.
Oh, okay.
Crane
okay.
gave me a huge scholarship. Still, I didn't realize how expensive it was, even with a scholarship. I was
Yeah.
like, they gave me like $60,000 a year, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. That should cover everything.
Still had to pay.
I was like, I still $15,000 out of pocket every year. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
What was your degree?
Yeah.
Finance. I was in medical school in Jordan, and then I moved here, and I was in finance for here. And I was like, I want to do my own thing.
So you done with Creighton yet?
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
How old are you?
I just turned 26 last week.
Enjoy
I can
it.
barely remember being 26. God, that's a great age. Yeah, enjoy
You're
it.
getting started the right way. That's all.
I just got. I'm tired. I'm 26. I wake up. I can't even get out of bed. My knees hurt. Like I was like, what is happening?
You're doing something right.
Was that a sports injury or something?
I played a ton of soccer growing up.
Oh,
A ton
okay.
of soccer, and I just kind of wore it down over time. And then I was just working,
It caught
just
up
at
to
work,
you.
and I slipped
Yeah.
on it the wrong way. Completely tore my ligament. Had to get it reconstructed.
Yeah.
So not super fun. Not super
Yeah.
fun stuff.
Omaha soccer's really picking up.
I know.
All
It's
ages,
exciting.
yeah.
I feel like
It's
a
taking
lot of,
forever.
I know, but I feel like soccer in general is kind of picking up.
Yeah.
Like my friends are talking to me about soccer. Like, oh, have you seen like
30 seconds.
these English teams playing? I'm like, I can actually talk to someone
My
about
wife-
this.
my wife's from Columbia.
Like I used to watch
Really?
Yeah.
They have a really solid team, especially when Sanchez was playing there.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. That was the SOPA that came to the United States. Copa.
Yeah,
Copa.
yeah, the Copa America. Yeah.
That was fun. They got close. They did fine.
10,
I'm
10 seconds.
welcome.
Eagle Mortgage online at eaglemortgage.com. mortgagecompany.com. NMLS number.
You want me to chime in with the?
I'll cue you. I'll cue you.
KFAB, the #1 preset on our free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free, never sounded so good. News Radio 1110 KFAB and iHeartRadio.
And welcome back to the show. Jeff Beal sitting next to Trenton Magid, and we are your hosts here at Grow Omaha. We're brought to you by Dingman's Collision Center and Cheer Athletics, the nation's #1 all-star cheer gym. Well, if you have a fender bender, a door dinger, a scratch, or anything else that makes the outside of your car look not quite the way it used to, just go over to Dingman's Collision Center. They have 4 metro area locations, one of them 120th and Maple. You can also find them at 144th and Industrial Road, downtown Papillion, Midtown along Saddle Creek Road. They're everywhere, and all 4 of them do a great job, so we appreciate Dingman's Collision Center. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your Noddle Company's Commercial Real Estate Development Spotlight of the Week, brought to you appropriately enough by Noddle Companies. They are an outstanding developer, one of the best in the country, big blockbuster projects. And one of the things Noddle Companies has always been famous for here in Omaha are beautiful corporate headquarters buildings. You know, Valmont, Fortune 500 or Fortune 1000 company, beautiful global headquarters at Heartwood Preserve, Noddle Companies project. HDR, one of the world's biggest architecture and civil engineering firms, beautiful headquarters project at Exarban Village. And during this segment, we like to highlight things happening in or around one of Noddle Company's many developments. And today it's going to be Exarban Village. Big event happened there last night at Exarban Village. And our roving reporter, Trenton B. Magid, was there on duty.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. It was very cool. There's all kinds of things going on there. We decided that we were going to go hang out. And Amy and I, we got there at about, call it 5:45, 6 o'clock, and in the Stinson Park, the Bradford stage, I think they call it, were a bunch of people that are all around Bud Crawford. As we all know, September 13th, he's going to do an amazing thing and go up 2 weight classes. And so not only did you have Bud Crawford there, you had Tom Warren, who's the deputy mayor. You had Jay Noddle, who oversaw the entire development. And Jay stood up there and said, you know, this is Exarban, but this is really Crawford Nation tonight. And everybody, there's a bunch of Nebraska football players there. Matt Rule, head coach, he spoke. And friends and family from B&B Sports, from North Omaha, Bud's Jim, and we all have to cheer him on and support him. And this is kind of cool. I was also at when he won another international title, the parade and him getting the key to the city. They gave him a lot more than that, but there's a huge parade downtown. Bud Crawford just emulates what Omaha's about. He's at the top of his game. He takes Omaha to other cities. He makes the world come to Omaha for some of his bouts, and so it was cool, and it was all part of Noddle Company's Exarban Village. Then we went, had a snack at Saffron Indian Restaurant, and then Herb Saint, which we learned about earlier, was there. And then we went to a movie at ACX.
Oh, you really made the whole Exarban Village evening.
Yeah, I mean, you can live, work, play. I mean, that thing is just built for. You won't run out of anything to do there.
I gotta say, I'm a little bit jealous. I kind of would have enjoyed that night. Bud Crawford, Saffron, and a movie at ACX Exarban Cinema.
Absolutely.
Sign me up.
And then Sonny's tonight at Sonny's. I think it's called the Exchange. But last night was a Touch of Gray, which is a tribute band. And we didn't stay too long for that, but they were rocking and rolling too.
And that is your Noddle Company's Commercial Real Estate Development Spotlight of the Week. You can find out more about our sponsor at noddlecompanies.com. Well, if you've noticed a lot of apartment construction going on around town, that's not surprising because we have been building a ton of them. It's a good sign that Omaha is really growing. And it's also a thankful sign because we've had a pretty severe housing shortage around here and we need to build more and more units. Well, Rent Cafe which covers the apartment business, expects a very robust year of apartment construction nationally, with more than 500,000 new units anticipated to open in America by the end of this year. Over the past 10 years, apartment openings averaged 439,000 per year, with a crest of 640,000 in 2024, but still over 500,000 this year. Now, let's start looking locally, because Rent Cafe also tracks year-over-year increases in apartment openings. So when we say openings, it means it's a new one that has the construction completed and it's ready for a tenant to move in. So Omaha right now has the 7th highest year-over-year increase in new apartment openings in 2025 compared to last year. So Omaha's expected new openings this year are going to be 3,335 new units. That's 79% more than the number of units we opened last year. And get this, it must be a Nebraska thing, because Lincoln rates even higher. They're number 4 with a percentage increase in openings over last year. So all of eastern Nebraska is opening new apartments this year like crazy.
We're punching above our weight when it comes to opening these apartments compared to nationally. If there's only 500,000, what did you say about 5,000?
No, we would have 3,335 out of 500,000.
So we're doing our share.
We're definitely doing our share. That is pretty impressive. So it's a good thing. And then we sometimes, have some people that say, gosh, I sure don't like to see all these apartments opening, because I would prefer to have people owning properties. And Trent and I would agree that society is better off when a high percentage of people own homes. But at the same time, Omaha is becoming more of a national and international city. You got people coming in and people coming out. And sometimes people that aren't going to stay for a long time would rather rent. And also keep in mind, too, that you also have a housing shortage. And so we really need to get those people living here. The other thing that we have as a news item, Trenton, that people will find kind of comforting and maybe make them happy. There's an entity called Compare the Market, and they did some new research recently trying to determine the best cities in the world for socializing and finding friends. They did the world, but the United States list in particular ranked 20 cities, the top 20, and Omaha came in at 20th. So we squeaked into the top 20. So congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Out of all of the big cities in America, the top 100 metro areas, yours, if you live here, is the 20th most social. And to give you an idea about how they determined this, they looked at how many official meetup events or networking events are held. And they also looked at the number of bars and coffee shops per 100,000 people.
We're definitely winning on coffee shops.
We had 15, but most in the top 20 had a lot more than that. And so anyway, good job, people. Continue to make friends and be social in Omaha.
Another way to make friends is to hop on our Facebook page right now, Grow Omaha. We need 13 people, 13 more followers. Most of you probably are, but make your friends sign up. 13 followers, then we're at 58,000. And something I started earlier in the week, and I'd really appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel like we're on a telethon or something.
Yeah, Jerry Lewis telethon.
Trenton this week discovered...
Except we're not all smoking.
Trenton this week discovered that you can invite friends on Facebook. And so ever since he discovered this, it's all he's been thinking about this week. So please, will you join the damned Facebook page so we can get a different conversation going here, folks? Thank you. I'd appreciate it. It's killing me.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right. That is me. This all means that it's time for the Perkins Kreitzer Construction Lightning Round. That's when we talk about a lot of things really fast, and it's coming up. Thank you. Stay with us. You're listening to Grow Omaha, brought to you by Cheer Athletics and Dingman's Collision Center on News Radio 1110 KFAB.
Can you tell my passion? Are you on it?
You got me refreshing. Now I'm refreshing.
Okay, are you a member?
Yeah, of course.
Folks, we only need $12 more.
12 more. $12.
11 more.
What do you see? 57.
89.
We only asked for your pennies and your cushions. 11.
He's got more than.
I got more than you.
He's got a more updated version of Facebook. He's got Facebook 18.0.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Did you try refreshing it?
Well, this is the one thing you can't say, we did it, and then everybody's like, we can't say we did it, and then like,
oh, 9 more. Only 9.
Here, Nicole. Make Omaha great again. Like our freaking Facebook page. Join the damn thing. You guys crack me up.
Nicole's awesome.
Oh, 7.
Love Nicole. What's that?
7.
Get some more friends, Nick.
I'm excited for this. I want to see his reaction.
How far
He's
are
on
you?
live.
How many does he need?
7.
7.
We're down to 7 that we need now?
Yeah.
It works.
When it gets to 1, I'm just gonna unfollow. Traitor.
All right, I got 7. I'm up to 7. You got 7?
Yeah, 7.
I'm gonna follow.
Just keep refreshing. We're still at 7. I'm refreshing every second.
Right when the out music plays.
But this is about 400.
We'll be one down.
In about
One down.
72 hours.
Folks.
Oh, in 3 days?
Yeah.
8,000.
You know, there have been times, and again, I don't want to rain on his parade.
30 seconds.
But there have been times where we have a huge post that goes viral on social media.
Yeah.
And we'll get like 1,500 in a day. There have been times from one social media post. Yeah.
You just have to get lucky.
You only
with
need
the post.
7, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the dumbest post. It's always like fast food restaurants.
Yeah,
or
coffee
So I
shop.
said,
Yeah, you could talk about like
10
IBM
seconds.
moving their headquarters here, and it wouldn't be enough. But
No.
when
For the
Wiener
regular
Schnitzel
person.
opened,
Yeah.
we got thousands.
7 Brew. I think that was a big one.
Oh, that yeah.
Here we go.
What's up, Dutch Brothers?
I like Dutch Brothers.
If you really want to know what's happening in Washington, then don't miss Verdict with Ted Cruz. Tomorrow night at 8, right here on News Radio 1110 KFB.
It's your Perkins Kreitzer Construction Lightning Round, in which we talk about a lot of things super fast. Thanks for Perkins Kreitzer Construction, because they made this possible. They are an outstanding Class A general contractor. That means they build things. And if you're looking at building a new building, whether it's office, retail, industrial, civic, social, philanthropic, or you need to renovate internal space, they do all of that. Perkins Kreitzer Construction really delivers outstanding projects at the right price and with ethics as well. Dave Kreitzer is the owner. We know him. We talk to him all of the time, and we couldn't recommend them enough. Perkins Kreitzer Construction will take good care of you. You can find out more about them by going to p-cconstruction.com. Well, I've got Big Grove Brewery Tap House in the Catalyst building on UNMC's new West Campus has delayed opening after the Nebraska Liquor Commission denied its craft brewer's license.
What does it take to get a beer there?
Apparently, a little bit more than what they've been doing. Regulators said the denial came because Big Grove already manufactures alcohol and tried to use a separate entity to qualify. So now the Iowa-based brewery is seeking a liquor manufacturer's license, which would allow it to open but limit offerings to just its own beer. So you got that going. So if you've been wondering, it's coming soon. Panda Express plans to open a location near 204th and N Street, N as in Nebraska. We were talking earlier in the show about all that growth on 204th. There's yet another example. And while we're on the topic of beer, La Vista-based Cross Strain Brewing Company. A lot of people really love Cross Strain. They have partnered with Nebraska Athletics to launch Cornhusker Crusher. How timely. You know, the first game was a couple nights ago. The Huskers
Those guys
won.
are amazing. We did their first base.
The Huskers?
No, the Cross Train Brewery.
Cornhusker Crusher is the official beer of the Huskers, and it'll be for sale in Cross Train's 2 Omaha area breweries, as well as Memorial Stadium during games. Well, we've got signage that went up for the future Hawaiian Brothers Island Grill restaurant in the former Boston Market building at 704 North 114th Street in Miracle Hills. That should be opening not too far from now. And one of the big questions we get on Grow Omaha lately, and believe me, we get a lot of questions. And one of the questions lately is, what are they doing at 132nd and Millard Avenue, where the old Paul's Millard Sinclair was for decades and decades? It's going to be a Dairy Queen. So they're doing a lot. And some people say, well, why do you have a mountain range of dirt there to build a Dairy Queen? Presumably, underground storage tanks had to be removed, and maybe they had to do something with the soil. But Dairy Queen...
You got to do plumbing and all the in-ground stuff.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty impressive project, but it will be a Dairy Queen. And then moving right along, Schumann's Liquor and More plans to open in the Blackstone district inside the recently completed 37 West Farnham building. The space is just west of Revival House, which opened not too long ago in that same building. It's on the south side of Farnham Street. Between 37th and 38th. Schumann's will have wine, beer, spirits, and more, and it'll be locally owned by the same guy who owns the Red Lion Lounge just a block to the west. Interior build-out is now underway. Steel has gone vertical on an 8,100 square foot retail building at 204th and R Street, just southwest of 204th and Q. Trent, there's another one, 204th Street corridor. They're going to have a
got lots for sale.
Call Trenton if you want to be right next to this. It's a Godfather's Pizza and then space for a couple of other tenants.
I'm glad Godfather's in the homeland where they started is they're expanding. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And they're modernizing.
Godfather's is still a thing. Hey, here's another one. It's same area, 204th and V, just a little bit south of the future Godfather's. The Still, S-T-I-L-L, The Still, a longtime wine, beer, and spirit store in Lincoln, has expanded to West Omaha. They opened just this past Thursday, and they're good to go.
This is a hangover from the COVID years because there's more liquor stores than we've ever had. I'd love to see a study on that one.
There are a lot of them. Buffalo Wild Wings is celebrating their grand opening this weekend, a grand reopening, I should say, 4287 South 144th Street. They renovated, and everything looks a lot newer and nicer.
That was the first Buffalo Wild Wings, and we did that at Southwestern Plaza right across from Charlie's on the Lake, and that was probably 20 years ago, so it's time to remodel.
There you go. And with that, we're going to just call it a wrap because the music is playing, which means that it's time for us to go home and you to continue listening to KFAB. At any rate, hope everyone has a great week. I'm Jeff Beals.
And I'm Trent Maggot, who needs 7 more followers on Grow Omaha Facebook page.
For the love of God, people, sign up. You've been listening to Grow Omaha, brought to you by Dingman's Collision Center, Cheer Athletics, and Perkins Kreitzer Construction. We'll chat with you next week at 9 on News Radio 1110 KFAB.